Hi Andy, so this is just the tutorial video on how to access and update your website. So first of all, I've sent you an email with a link and a username and a password. So if you click on the link, pop in the username and password, and then click sign me in. That will then basically take you to this screen here. Over the right hand side, it seems to put notifications about there's money to be paid, but there isn't, so I'm not sure what that is. I'll turn that off somehow, but if you see anything there, just basically ignore it. What you want to do is come over onto the left hand side here where it says websites and click, and then you'll see it's got the site that you've got access to, which is your own site. So if you just click on there and then basically scroll down, eventually there'll be a preview of your site in here. For now it's just displaying something blank because I've just set the access up. But if you just scroll down, on the left hand side you have edit website, just click on that. And basically that will load up Bramble, which is the software that I've used to build your website. That loads your homepage first of all, so that's the page that always loads up first. There's a few things to say before we get too far into this. One thing is that lots of people panic about updating their website, but as long as you don't hit the publish button, you can always exit without making any changes or causing any problems. So that's one thing I will go over in a little while as well. But basically, yeah, if you ever are not sure what you've done or you think you might have made a mistake, just exit the browser, don't hit publish, and all will be fine. So what I'm going to show you quickly is you'll see all sorts of weird symbols and things that don't quite look right. For example, the sliders all stacked and then it's repeated below. You can ignore all of that because basically this is how the site behaves on tablets and phones. There's different images and different things switched on and off. So effectively anything you see that doesn't look right, just ignore and scroll past. Same with these little symbols. It's things that are set to not appear on phones and tablets. Just ignore all of that, scroll down, and eventually you'll find the content on your site. And it's all done in blocks. So if you click, you see it's selected this green box here, which means I can then actively edit this part of the website. Same as if I click below, I can then actively edit this part of the website, much like a Word document. There's a few things to say about this. One is the fonts have been checked and sized so they're correct on all devices, including tablets and phones. A couple of customers have made fonts much bigger, and then when they go on the phone version, the fonts are huge. So my advice is always, you can amend the text. I wouldn't play around with the font sizes too much though, because it may cause issues for people on tablets and phones. But that doesn't mean you can't alter the text and expand it and delete bits and add bits as much as you wish. That's absolutely fine. And again, each box you click, you can see it's quite easy. You're just accessing the information in that particular box. So pretty straightforward. That's the same for every page. You follow the same format. So what you do is, I'll show you quickly before I go into the next page. If you're not sure what you've done, you've made a mistake, like you've just deleted something, you've got at the top here, you have the undo button, so that will put it back. But if you're really not sure what you've done and you're not confident in what changes you've made, like I said to you, if you just exit and leave and don't hit the publish button, what happens is everything behaves as normal and the site is safe, and we haven't saved those changes if we've done anything we're not sure about. The other thing to show you is every page on your website, if you click where it says index, is accessible here. So the about page, for example. And I'll show you now how to, for example, add a testimonial. So this is where Bramble is quite straightforward to do. So basically, again, you scroll past the bits which we don't need to worry about. And if you wanted to add a testimonial at the top of the page, it's pretty straightforward. So you would click the previous testimonial. So you can see that that's now highlighted in green. On the left-hand side, you have duplicate. You duplicate it. You would paste in or type in your new testimonial and then the person's name, and you'll see it's kept the font sizes and the colors the same and consistent as the others. So duplicating a block keeps the formatting. And that's quite good because obviously then you're not having to worry about trying to find the right fonts and the right colors. It's set up in that way where everything's just done by duplication. And equally on the left-hand side, if there was a testimonial or block you wanted to remove, you have the remove button and that takes it out. So yeah, really straightforward. I'll just leave that without saving again, so it's not caused any damage. And the other thing I'll quickly show you is the same kind of thing. If we went, for example, on the tricks and tips page, if you wanted to add one at the top of the page, the same format applies to the last page. Across to duplicate, click whatever your new trick is or tip is, paste it in, If you were happy with how that was, up the top here you've got publish change. You just publish, go back to the website, refresh a couple of times. It takes about a minute for it to update, and then when you refresh you'll see your new trick basically at the top of the page. It's good format to put all your new things towards the top, just because obviously that's when people visit the page, rather than the new things being at the bottom, the new things always at the top. Is just a good way of doing it. So yeah, really quite straightforward. You do have the other formatting options over here, like bolds and italics, and like we're saying, font sizes and font colors. I wouldn't play with that too much. I'd stick to sort of bold italics, using those kind of features, and not worry about too much else. Images, for now, I'd say leave me to do those. If there are images you want to change, you want to cover that, I'll do that in a separate video. But effectively, hopefully this video's got you access to the site and the ability to now make some changes yourself. If you do need anything else, just let me know. And thanks for watching.